Hello Aquarius, welcome to your November reading. So, what I've done is I pulled some cards for your overall message, your career and finance, and your love and relationships. And I'm actually going to do an extended reading, which I will post on Patreon. Also, if you're looking for a personal reading, you can do so in my bio. And if you feel so inclined to donate, you can do that there too. So, let's go ahead and dive into your overall message for the month of November. And I pull the cards prior because it saves me time. So anyway, I do feel like you have something very unexpected happening in the month of November for you. I do feel like it has to do with your vision, like how you see things. Honestly, it could be like a major perspective shift. You could in your life, look, do you see all this chaos right here? There's a tornado. This person is obviously, it's very windy. They're on top of a car, like just a bunch of really unexpected things, right? Like nature just has a tendency to just it's like a sudden upheaval in your environment. It could honestly have to do with like a job or like your home life. Like suddenly you're just, everything's changing, right? But I do get the sense, like for the most of you, it's really just like an awakening that happens. It could be an awakening on top of an awakening because we have several, right? And so it could just be a matter of like you seeing things very differently, like you shifting your perspective. I do feel like because you have this card, which is what you are asking for requires more time. I actually feel like this has to do with you and how you see things, honestly, there could be some things that you just haven't really been connected to with yourself. And like, this is a matter of you just like getting really real with yourself about things. I say that because the authenticity is sweet card is here. Sometimes like we don't see things very clearly because we have this whole other story around it. You know what I mean? And I do get the sense that like that kind of like parts, and then suddenly you see things very differently. Now, this could be in terms of a job, this could be in terms of your home life, this could be in terms of people in your life, romantic situations. So do take what resonates because this is your overall energy. But I will tell you that like once you kind of get through those barriers of your mind, you're going to find that you're stepping into like pleasure and joy and happiness and like success in that situation. And this is a card here of you like staying in the abundance mindset. And so honestly, it could be a matter of like you have fears that hinder you from really fully stepping into your authenticity and charging forward to do the things that you feel align with you or things that you have emotions about, stuff like that, right? And like once those barriers start to remove, it's you have dive in. It's like at that point you'll be completely unstoppable. So your career and finance actually kind of goes into that because you start out with the World card. So definitely like you could be changing jobs, or you could just suddenly be on the move. Like what you're supposed to do, what you align with, like it all makes sense now. And I'm telling you, with this energy right here, it's very much like the Tower. Like it's sudden, it's unexpected. Like all of a sudden one day you're like, I just know what I'm supposed to do. I just know. So then you have the Ace of Wands, and you have the Ace of Pentacles, and you have the King of Swords, which I hear some people will like refer to the King of Swords as Gemini energy, and I just don't understand that because all the kings are fixed signs. So it's Aquarius energy. But anyway, so and just the personality of a King of Swords is Aquarian. But anyway, so I feel like this is you making a decision, okay? And it is a very balanced and just decision because your overall energy for that is the Justice card. I do feel like you know what works for you and what doesn't. I do get the sense though, a lot of you are going to be starting your own business because you have the Fool card and the Emperor card. And I swear I feel like this actually came out in the last reading that I did. So this can honestly be an extension of that, or you allowed what was in your mind to kind of stop you from doing that. And so like it was it was in your energy field. Like you were ready to do it, but then suddenly you were like, no, I can't, and like you pulled back, right? Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, well, not anymore, right? Like now is the time, like you're going for it, you're taking charge, and good for you. So I pulled you some oracle messages. You have firefighter, put out the fire. I don't see that as like, you are you're halting on, what you're passionate about. If anything, I feel like this has to do with like, you realize your mission in terms of your passions, and like your mission is to do something, to take action like a firefighter. And, which means that you're going to have to make some sacrifices, which means that you could be, leaving another job behind or another situation that is blocking your ability to actually take off with this situation, with this passion, this dream that you have. And I do feel like you have movement moving forward. So I want to tell you though that this is number 11, this is number 12, this is number 21. So if any of those numbers are significant to you, like, yeah, I just thought that was really like important to tell you. And honestly, the Justice card is number 11, and then these two ones next to each other, 11. So I feel like you have some really spiritual energy. And so pay attention to your environment, pay attention to the numbers that you see, pay attention to what you are thinking about, where you're at, who you're talking to, like what is going on around you when you see those numbers. It's so much more than just like Googling to see what these numbers mean. It's like what's happening, and start to kind of like thread those things together. But I do feel like you are moving forward, you're moving on, you're moving forward, and it is for the better because you have the 10 of Pentacles. I do feel like you have success on the mind and you're just charging for it. Okay, your 11 relationships. So you start out with the 6 of Pentacles, and then you have the High Priestess and the 7 of Pentacles. Like, do I want to tell you all these right now? Okay, so what I see here for you is that you honestly, this doesn't have to be romantic. This is just any type of relationship. You could feel like there's not enough equal give and take. Like either you are giving too much to a situation or you're not giving enough. Like it just seems to like teeter back and forth for you. And I do feel like you're kind of in this place right now where you just really want things to be balanced, which is actually really interesting because one of these cards is talking about that. I don't remember which one of these it is, but it does talk about reciprocity and balance, okay? I almost even want to get it so I can read to you what it says. It says, are you giving too much and receiving too little, or are you the one not investing enough in a situation? You are especially encouraged to ensure there is balance between giving and receiving in all of your relationships. So, what else? Wait. It also wants you to take a close look at the most important relationship of all, the one you have with yourself. This is important. Okay. And to create a harmonious balance between being sensitive to the needs of others and taking care of your own. So like I just said, there could be times where you give too much in a situation, and then there are times when you're not receiving enough. And I do feel like in the month of November, you're really starting to set those boundaries. Like, what does that look like for you? You have the High Priestess. This can be about following your intuition. This can be about having a relationship with yourself, the deep knowing, and really starting to understand yourself and your own needs, okay? Page of Wands. I do feel like there's a situation here. You could be dealing with a younger fire sign, but I do get the sense that because the Page of Wands is here, the 7 of Swords, the Full card, and the Wheel of Fortune, it could be a situation that is actually kind of destined. Like you have soulmates here too. Definitely could be a situation that maybe there just hasn't been any movement on this. I did clarify that 7 of Swords, you got the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, and you have Between Worlds on the bottom of the deck. I get the sense that like you don't actually know what to do in this situation with this person. Because of the Seven of Swords, there could be some deception. This could be self-deception even. And that's what, like, up here, remember, this authenticity is sweet card. Like, this energy, like, this awakening, like, this is all like that inner work, like really getting in tune with yourself, like I said, with the High Priestess, and trying to understand what it is that you really want or you really desire, what you want to say. I do get the sense that, like, you want things to be different, you want things to change, you want things to be harmonious with this Yin card. If this, like, because the Fool card is here, this can be a matter of wanting to start over, like start fresh. If you're with this person, this can be about, like, you know, clean slate energy. If you are not with this person, like, you want to start over. Additionally, I will say that there is also a possibility here, because you have the Soulmate card, the Page of Wands, the Fool card, that there is somebody new that comes into your life, and you may honestly be deceiving yourself about whether or not you should move forward with this person, because of the fact that you may be psyching yourself out of it by saying, like, you're not good enough for this person, or you don't deserve this person, you know, something like that. And I feel like it's really kind of like psyching you out of this opportunity. And like I said, this could be with a new person, this could be with a past soulmate, okay? But you are just kind of in this energy of being between worlds. What should you do? You could be observing them, like watching on social media, or like if you work together, or if you're in school together, or whatever, you may just be kind of watching them and studying them and trying to decide what you should do, okay? And you can switch the roles. This doesn't have to be you. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. So I do want to say that. But you have the Fates energy underneath that. You have a change in the wind. I do feel like you're either needing to change, like, how you operate in connections and believe that you deserve it, or you are needing to, like, embrace the fact that things are different with this person. You know what I mean? So, like, take what resonates on that. But I do get the sense that, like, the Four of Wands, this can be about stability. This can also be about happiness and joy, and you have that energy, remember, like, of things just being very joyful and balanced, you know? So basically, I am seeing here, though, like, with you also have the Seven of Pentacles, and this is about, like, you deciding whether or not you should invest in something, like what you should do. You know, should you invest more in yourself? Should you invest in this connection? And I feel like that's why there's just a need for you to really take some time with yourself and really get to know what you are wanting, what you desire, what you would like to say, what you are feeling, you know. Try not to distract yourself, and just, you know, be, so that you can have, like, a greater understanding of, like, what's going on inside of Aquarius. So, okay. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Aquarius, and I am going to do your extended reading on Patreon. And I want to say that I'm going to dive into this soulmates energy to kind of, like, get a feel for, like, you know, how they feel about you, like what they're wanting, you know, what their intentions are, you know, what that situation looks like, what your advice is. And I'm also going to dive more into this new opportunity that you were trying to pursue over on Patreon, to find out, like, what advice Spirit has for you, and, you know, what this looks like for you moving forward. So, okay, I hope you all have a wonderful month, and bye.